Daniel Craig states that a woman should not be James Bond in a recent interview with the Radio Times. This is an article from Bounding into Comics by John F. Trent, entitled Damage Control. Daniel Craig reverses course, now says a woman shouldn't be James Bond. After this little editorializing. It says James Bond actor Daniel Craig recently reversed course, now claiming the iconic character created by Ian Fleming should not be a woman. Speaking with the Radio Times, as reported by The Independent, Craig stated, "There should simply be better parts for women and actors of color." He even questioned, why should a woman play James Bond when there should be a part just as good as James Bond, but for a woman? I mean, exactly, this is what James Bond looks like. He's a womanizing, straight white male, badass. To make him anything else would be ridiculous. Make him Jane Bond or race swap him. I don't think that's the way to go. Create different parts. Be creative. Don't give him hand-me-downs. That's just lazy and kind of demeaning. Continues, Craig previously claimed that a woman could be James Bond. Back in 2019, British tabloid The Mirror reported that Craig stated, "I think that everybody should be considered. Also for women and for African Americans, there should be great parts anyway, across the board." I don't know if this is referring to James Bond or 007, but I don't agree with that. And the second part, there should be great parts, across the board, different than James Bond. Again, be creative, come up with different roles, come up with different characters, different stories. Just stop race swapping and gender swapping all these established characters. Craig's new comments with the Radio Times came 2 weeks before the next James Bond film, No Time to Die, is expected to release in theaters. The film arrives in theaters in the United States on October 8th. However, the film is expected to hit UK cinemas a week earlier on September 30th. James Bond producer Barbara Broccoli, it's an interesting last name, previously stated that James Bond would never be a female. Back in 2018, Broccoli told The Guardian, "Bond is male. He's a male character. He was written as a male, and I think he'll probably stay as a male." She added, "And that's fine. We don't have to turn male characters into women. Let's just create more female characters and make the story fit those female characters." Exactly. It's just like Young Rip says, it's tokenization. And all these hand-me-downs, established characters, they don't think they can create different characters, and they don't think they can make them as popular. Just lazy. The article continues, however, rumors have persisted that a female 007 will be introduced in No Time to Die. Those rumors from the Daily Mail claimed there's a pivotal scene at the start of the film, where M says, "Come in, 007, and in walks Lashawna Lynch, who is black, beautiful, and a woman." That is so cringy. That black, beautiful, and a woman. Jeez, man. The source added, "It's a popcorn dropping moment. Bond is still Bond, but he's replaced as 007 by this stunning woman." We shouldn't necessarily be talking about a woman being James Bond, or Bond. We should be talking about a woman being 007. That's the one that they're willing to do more so. Because 007 isn't attached to a male name. You can do Jane Bond or something like that, but 007 is 007. I personally feel like 007 is for one person. And if you want to do a spin-off, give them 00, just random number 008, 009, whatever. You can do that. But not 007. In my opinion, I think that's what we should be talking about more so than James Bond. On top of those rumors, Lynch did an interview with Harper's Bazaar, who published a headline that declared she was taking on the role of 007. Headline stated, "Lashawna Lynch on making history as first black female 007. In the article, writer Yrsa Daly Ward also claimed, "Today, on a still Saturday morning in August, Lynch is doing precisely that, chatting to me warmly and directly about her latest and surely career-defining role, No Time to Die, the Bond franchise's 25th release, in which he stars as Nomi, secret agent who inherits the 007 title while Bond himself is in exile." While Lynch never specifically addressed whether she's taken the role of 007, she did declare that her role in the film is very, very revolutionary. While discussing the backlash she's gotten following rumors that she takes on the role of 007, she stated, "I am one black woman. If it were another black woman cast in the role, it would have been the same conversation. She would have got the same attacks, the same abuse. I don't think... I'm sure she got threats on Twitter, but it's not really her that they're criticizing. It's the producers, it's Hollywood, it's... I don't remember who makes this. It's Paramount? I don't remember, but it's them that they're going after. It's not her. I'm sure there's few people, but it shouldn't be." She says, "I just have to remind myself that the conversation is happening, that I'm a part of something that will be very, very revolutionary," Lynch added. Not only did Lynch claim her role would be revolutionary, but more recently she spoke to The Guardian, stating that Bond would be anyone you wanted him to be, even a 2-year-old. She said, "We're in a place in time where the industry is not just giving audiences what it thinks the audience wants, they're actually giving the audience what they want to give the audience." Lynch then went on to specifically address James Bond. With Bond, it could be man or woman. It could be white, black, Asian, mixed race. No, can't. James Bond is already established. There's already canon. There's already faces. You can't just do that. I mean, you can, but it's not going to be accepted. They could be young or old. At the end of the day, even if a 2-year-old was playing Bond, everyone would flock to the cinema to see what this 2-year-old's going to do, no? Maybe if it was a 2-year-old, because it'd be funny. Maybe. But otherwise, no. They wouldn't. No. This movie's probably... If it is centered around her and it's woke, this thing's gonna fall flat on its face. Not just because of the pandemic. That's the article. I mean, that is utterly ridiculous. They keep doing this with different characters. They keep coming up with remakes and race swapping and gender swapping. Every single one. Then making them woke and just, like, destroying these franchises. And it looks like they might do this with James Bond. Although the last trailer focused on him, the others were very focused on her. It was really jarring. And it's really concerning. I think if they go woke with James Bond and Indiana Jones, maybe even one of them would be enough. It would pretty much end, like, overt wokeness in Hollywood. In movies and TV, maybe. I think it would end that. I mean, there's obviously still going to be elements, but nothing overt, I don't think. After that, it's going to take a few years, because there's stuff in development and all, but I think it would end it. Because they're the pinnacle of toxic masculinity, if you want to call it that. Him and Indiana Jones. Like, you can't take that away from them. If you do, they're gone, and then people see that, and people will wake up, because those are so prominent. I mean, obviously Star Wars is very prominent, but that isn't quite as overt as it would be with these. You know, Star Wars pretty much destroyed. I think a woke James Bond and Indiana Jones does much more damage. I agree with Daniel Craig. I think they are doing a bit of damage control here, considering the way they cut the last trailer and these comments. James Bond is a straight white man. He's nothing else. He's not black, he's not Asian, he's not Latino, he's not a woman. He's a straight white male. Well, I guess, what do you think? Do you think he can be race swapped? Do you think Bond can be gender swapped? What do you think about the 007 title? Do you think this movie's gonna be woke? Let me know. Like if you liked it, subscribe if you want to see more, comment, share. I have another channel called Fluff Outlaw Sports where I talk about basketball, baseball, football, anything else sports related I'm interested in, so check that out. Thanks for watching, I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.